We made it to Global Time Attack. This is the first time I've come out to compete in Global Time Attack. Car wasn't built for this rule set, so it's not the most competitive car here, but we're gonna come out and hang out with some cool people and have some fun and hopefully go the fastest that I've ever gone. And so this weekend, my main competition is me. Hopefully I can get a 145, but I know that's asking for a lot. Sign up for unlimited class, so I'm gonna get smoked, but that's all good. I'm just getting in some laps and continuing to see how fast I can get this current package to go. So like I said, practice today, got on a set of pretty good tires, got 2 fresh sets for Saturday and Sunday, but I'm just gonna go out and get the muscle memory there and maybe look at some data today. There's a few lines that I've been playing with and a few different approaches to certain turns that I need to kind of assess whether or not it's worth the risk or not, or if the time's there or if it's not. And so yeah, we're gonna go out and we're gonna have some fun, and I'll try and get as much video as I can today, because last time I was here was for a Beamer challenge with Beamer World showing up, and vlogging's still weird to me, so I didn't record anything because I just really didn't feel like it. But I'll try and make this one a good one, so hopefully you enjoy it. I just went out for the first session, did 2 push laps, a cool down, and then 1 final push lap. I think the tires were too hot on that 3rd attempt, but second hot lap managed to get a new personal best at a 146.7. Part of that was a 146.8, but I know there were some mistakes in there, and I think we're getting a little bit closer, but yeah, gonna chip away at that 145 and try not to push too hard today, because I want to be able to use this car tomorrow to compete. So we'll see if I can just kind of clean it up, and that way it'll allow me tomorrow morning to put on the sauce if I have that extra bandwidth. But yeah, conditions are good, and tires are still fine, and the diff seems like it's maybe not working how I want it to. I can hear it, it's making some peculiar noises, but yeah, we're gonna keep pushing and let's have some more fun. Alright, so just cut this off. I had to get to it because the heads of the bolts just get so obliterated that you can no longer stick an Allen in it. Got a fresh one right here, some new screws, put that in, and then this will last me, a day and a half if I'm lucky. Alright, it's about 4:30. I took the afternoon off, did some work on the car and looked at some data and try to figure out what's going on. But sunset right now, gonna go put in 2 more spicy boys and see if I can get a little bit closer down to that 46, you know, end of the day, so I don't think the track's quite there, but yeah, we'll go out. I'm gonna head out with Jason, do a little lead follow, and let's keep digging. All right, we had to put on these questionable number plates. Second one turned out better than the first one. Wish I didn't have to rock them at all, but you know, it's all good. We'll sport them, and I guess I'm number 136, 13 plus 36. That'll have to do. I just swapped out the wheels and tires. Gonna come tomorrow morning and see if we can bring that heat. Pretty solid test day today. You know, I think I only went out 4 or 5 times, but got in a few push laps. Like I said, came out firing this morning, first session out, second lap. Got a new personal best for myself, 146.72. Part of that, I think my best when I came out here a few weeks ago was the 146.87 or something like that. So about 15 100ths of a second gain, nothing crazy. But to come out without, you know, any practice laps on a set of, you know, good scrubs and not stickers, I think that's pretty good for me and gets me in good spirits. But the rest of the day, each session I went out got slower and slower and slower. It was a little frustrating. Couldn't tell if it was me or the diff or the track or the tires just getting worse, but definitely brought my confidence back a little bit. But I'm gonna go over some data and freeze my butt off tonight as I camp here at Bunwell. It's gonna be in the 30s. Look at some video and come up with a couple tweaks, maybe a couple changes to see how I want to go about my lap in the morning. I'm gonna be driving all day, but I love getting it done on that first session, so I'm gonna come out firing and try and get that 145. It's got to be an absolutely stellar lap. It's got to be super clean and classy with a little bit of lightning on top, and that's just the perfect recipe. So hopefully I can put it together, but you know, who knows. So yeah, go over data, go over video, and just do my best to show up tomorrow, get a 145. Be pretty stoked. I'll be pretty disappointed if I don't get it, even though I know that it's a really lofty goal and it's a big challenge ahead of me. Unlimited class, I'm gonna get absolutely obliterated by everybody, but you know, if I pull off the 145, I think potentially a podium could be in the works. So all I can do is just freaking try. Only thing that I struggled with today was the differential. Can't tell if if it's getting worse or if the track and the tires were just getting worse today, but I was feeling like the inside wheel on certain turns was just getting way too much spin, so it doesn't seem like it's continuing to drive forward. It seems like it's sending power to the inside wheel instead of driving me forward, and that was really frustrating. I'm gonna hopefully have time for a diff flush first thing in the morning, but if not, I'm just gonna put the skid pedal down and get that money. I'm tired. Yeah, good night's sleep, and let's get it. So today is the day, global time attack. Didn't record anything this morning, but I just went out for my first session, 8:30 a.m., group 1, gridded me 3rd. I really didn't think I was gonna be able to pull off that 45. It just seemed a little bit too lofty, but went out there, did 2 push laps, was debating if I should do a 3rd, but first lap did a 46, and then second lap I got that 45. It was my perfect lap. I really don't think I can do anything better than that. Maybe I'll try again tomorrow morning, but I'm super stoked, still super worked up. Hands are shaky. I'm surprised I can hold my phone still right now, but I'll look at the data, see if there's any room for improvement, but I don't know if I want to go any faster. I think I'm, testing my luck at that point with bringing my car home in one piece. So yeah, I'm just going to try and enjoy the rest of the day. We'll get some footage, but I'm not going to do any more 100% laps. I'm just going to, get some footage of the car and, have some fun with my guys and have a good time.
So I really want to talk about Mr. Bailey Woods. So his 1990 1999 BMW E36. So his fastest time prior to this lap right here, it was a 146.864. He just wrapped out a 145.756. That is fast.
That's a pickup, especially first session. And, you know, you've been doing this for a long time. You know what this is like, but the nerves are there.
Absolutely.
First session of the day, you feel like this is your time. You have to do it. And we see more drivers run slower in the first session than anything because they got the shakes.
Yeah. Well, it's even more impressive to me based on the fact that this car is not what we would generally think of as a time attack monster. This car is only making about 330 wheel horsepower, guys. It's very light though. Let's not get it twisted. But it's only on a 245 square set of tires, only making 330 horsepower, and it just ran a 145.
All right, day 2 of Global Time Attack, Sunday morning, about to go out. The temperatures are super low. Put on a brand new set of slicks. Pulled these off even though they're still super fresh. Gonna try and go, a little bit cleaner this morning. I don't know if I want to go faster, but if I can get back into the 45s with a little bit more comfort, I'll be pretty stoked. So just letting this thing warm up, get the oil temps up, water temps up, and then it's time to boogie.
So Woods just laid down a 145.9. He still hasn't surpassed his 145.7 from yesterday, but that is still such an astonishing time from a guy who's running only 330 horsepower.
It's actually very good. It's flying, to be honest with you.
First global time attack in the books. It did not disappoint. The biggest goal this weekend was to go out and get a 45. You know, it was such a busy weekend. I didn't wrap up the weekend video or vlog while I was there, so I'm doing it now and after the fact. So I'll try and keep that energy that I had from the event or leaving the event. Was able to get a 45 on both Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Definitely spooked myself a little bit trying to produce that 45 on Saturday morning, and didn't really want to get back in the car the rest of the day because I knew I wasn't going to try and push like that again, and I knew the track conditions were going to get worse. So I went out a second session and just did basically a couple parade laps, which were I think like a 2:48 or something like that. But convinced myself to go out again on Sunday, had another set of stickers, so threw those on and was able to validate my 45 from Saturday with an additional 45. It ended up being a little under 2/10 slower, but looking at the data in the video and what I recall was I lifted quite a bit in Riverside for an Evo that went off in front of me, and I lost about half a second there. So after looking at it, it should have been a 1:45.5, so I would have been faster on Sunday morning if I didn't have that moment in Riverside, which lets me know that I'm leaving some time on the table, and outside of that, I know maybe there's a couple tenths that I'm missing. So, you know, when I'm back there middle of December for the last round of Bimmer Challenge, I'm gonna do my best to get close to the 44s. I don't know if I can actually hit it or not, but that's what we're gonna try and find out. So conditions were good on Saturday and Sunday. It was super low temps, and the Hoosier A7 that I run just absolutely loves colder temps. It doesn't matter if it's 30 degrees outside, it just eats it up. So usually what I'm kind of finding out is that it takes 2 laps to light those things up. The first flyer I can get pretty close, but you don't want to do anything too crazy. And then the second flyer is one where I have to put it down, and that's where the tires are in their maximum capabilities, or that small window. By the third lap, they're falling off pretty heavy. So getting good at producing on that second lap and applying all of the data and planning that I put into play before I get out there to perform those. So really excited with how the car's coming together. It felt absolutely incredible this weekend, and Race Cars Unlimited is doing a really good job of taking care of the car and helping me kind of tailor it towards my driving style and what I'm trying to achieve. So, you know, we'll maybe make some small tweaks here and there as we kind of keep moving on throughout the year. But next event's Chuckwalla. It's going to be completely different because Chuckwalla, it just requires a different type of driving style and different type of car setup, but I don't want to mess with it too much. The one adjustment that I am making to the car is the differential. I talked about it earlier on the video and that weekend. Definitely noticed that the diff was delivering power to the unloaded wheel on the inside of certain turns, and you know, my foot would be flat and I'd be at 100% throttle, but I could hear the RPMs kind of jumping up and down, and the car wasn't oversteering, and it kind of just makes me feel like power is just going to that open wheel or the easiest source possible. So we're gonna get the car Race Cars Unlimited. We are going to change the ramping, and if that doesn't do it, or if it makes it worse, then maybe we'll go back and we'll mess with the preload. Yeah, I think that could be an additional, who knows, maybe an additional half second, which would get me closer to that 44. We won't find out until the time comes, but super excited about the event. Fastest combustion engine car of the weekend, only to be beat by the Tesla that went up Pikes Peak. And yeah, super excited. I'll definitely be back next year. Who knows if it's gonna be my car or not, but yeah, we'll keep digging.